Windrose is a very fun survival game with pirate elements. Think of it like Valheim in the pirate setting. It's awesome, it's fun, and today I'm gonna show you how to get off to the great start. Take every ounce of the 30 minutes and make them count so that you have the best possible start in this amazing game. And to do so, we're gonna be going into the character creator and I'm gonna create a brand new character. I'm gonna go with some sort of a preset. Let's just select this bearded guy because he's butt ugly, but it looks like he looks like a proper pirate. And we're gonna jump everything and we're just gonna call him Survival Joe. No Jonah, that's a bad luck. No, we're gonna call him Survival Joe. Alright, yeah, looks like a fat, old, middle-aged guy. Perfect. Now, let's go play. We're gonna be playing solo offline, and I'm gonna be creating the new high seas with all the default settings, so which would be a typical case where how a normal world is supposed to be played. And then we're gonna be calling the S. Joe Archipelago. What it's gonna entail, I have absolutely no idea. Let's go in. Alright, so you begin by being washed up on this beautiful shore and immediately the survival gear kicks in. So the first thing that I can suggest to you is remember, it's a survival game, which means loot everything. Go around and your task is to collect wood and stone to begin with, just to get you early on your mission and make sure that you can actually get off to a good start. Then, the second thing you want to do is take out your saber and just swing for the bushes. Yes, you want to be cutting the bushes because that is going to be allowing you to collect the plants. In the beginning, you are just starting out, you're going to be doing crafting a little bit of the base, and then means you want to go proper loot goblin. Oh, look at this! And this resource, by the way, is called clay. You're gonna be mining it with a pickaxe, so just make a mental note of where this thing is located. This is beautiful. Okay, now I think I have killed enough shrubbery to get onto the real enemy of the day. And that's the coastal dodo. We size our strength, and then I'm gonna be teaching you about the combat. Meaning, first T makes you locked in. Look at that. You are now being locked into combat. If you press T, you can go all the way around and you're not gonna be any wiser. But if you press T, you are locked in. Be careful. Coastal dodos are mighty dangerous and they hit like a truck. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be killing it outright because it is a good source of protein, bird meat, and dodo eggs. Perfect. So, from that point on, that means I have collected enough stones, woods. You see where I'm going with this, right? So, once you collect this, then we're gonna be going into the mission itself. How my adventure begins, it says light the bonfire. The bonfire is basically sort of your like home location. It's like a beacon point for your base. So we want to build on a very nice flat area, and don't worry about this shipwreck, we're gonna be taking it onward. So press B for building, and I'm gonna be building it like right in the middle, and nothing particularly weird about that. And then set up camp, shared quest progress, no updates in the journal, and build a cooking fire and enter the building mode and then build a workbench. Yeah, I'm gonna build these two and I'm gonna be building them right here. You press B, right click, and then you have a cooking fire. Cooking fire is kind of important because just like Valheim, it gives you the buffs. Remember everything that we were collecting wood? Yeah, we're one short, imagine that. So, speaking about the cooking fire, let me talk to you briefly about the buffs. You always want to have at least 2 buffs when it comes to the food. So, as you can tell, I'm hungry now. You'll never die of starvation, but you do want to be picking up crabs, for example. And let's pick up this wood, and there is this stone. So, what I want to come at, and you come to the cooking fire, we're gonna be making boiled crabs. Remember, you have to press F to take all, and that means now we're going to be applying 2 buffs. We go into the inventory, I right click the dodo broth, and I'm going to click the boiled crab. What this does is it increases significantly my health pool, meaning that I'm much sturdier and less prone to die of horrible decisions that we make early on. So once again pressing B, and let's paste it right in the middle. This is going to be creating the crafting bench. That's really important. And then we can actually also craft a tent. Now, tent requires 4 wood. Imagine that. Then again, we need more wood. Why am I not surprised? So as you can see, the green bar here is stamina. Stamina is super important. It depletes super quickly, but you can increase it, and I'm gonna tell you when it comes to the rested bonus. Do you see the green icon of the guy right in the middle? That guy tells you is basically that you have some stamina onwards. Okay, hold on. Let me just take out this shrubbery because plant fibers are expensive and we need more. Right. Okay. So, let's put up a tent. We're gonna be placing it for the time being right here in the middle, and I'm gonna just turn it around. It doesn't matter at the moment. And we're gonna press E to have it as a revival point. So basic building set is unlocked. That gives us a chance to actually craft builds. And then we have the quest updated, kill a boar and obtain its hide. Now, if you press map, you will notice, and you zoom out, you will notice these locations, undiscovered areas, and that's where we want to go to start with. Because you earn progression not by fighting enemies, but by exploring areas. So first thing what we're going to do, we're going to be crafting some coarse fabric, which is going to allow us to craft some bandages. And then you want to craft this torn sailcloth bag early on. So let's craft another 2 fabric, 1 rope, and that's gonna give us the bag. Press F, pick it up, perfect. Then let's see, can we craft? We don't have enough for stone axe and stone pickaxe. Okay, that means we need to collect more. We're gonna do that along the way. Right, okay. So we're gonna be going towards the first point of interest, which is right about here. Here you always get an early chest. My advice is go there early, because that is gonna allow you to get some pretty decent ornament, and do pick up stuff that you are collecting along the way, meaning stones. You know, just be a regular old loot goblin. You really have to prioritize collecting stuff early on. It's gonna count, trust me. Later on, as you develop other tools like pickaxes and everything. Oh, crab! I wanted to say dinner. Right. Okay, so as you can see, stamina depletes quite quickly, but as long as you're rested, it's gonna be replenishing also quite quickly. So no harm, no foul there. Now, there's another dodo. So while we're here, at this first point, you have the decrepit chest. Look at that. Blunderbuss. Beautiful. You always get some sort of a very nice weapon. You get experience points, which is cool. And then you can get some fast travel bell. That's also gonna be a fast travel point. In case you die, I mean, you can always get there for fast traveling. Now, let's go and take care of this coastal dodo. Hello and large splash. There we go. Immediately another piece of bird meat. Beautiful. Now, having said that, we are gonna go. Oh, there are boats on the horizon. That's beautiful. We want to be looking out for the boar if we can find that. And for example, this sow actually just works. Yeah, also you have to be, one very important skill is parry and dodge. That means it's an intricate dance. It's a little bit of a Souls-like, if you will, meaning like when you're traveling around, you want to be looking at your enemy when he's swinging and performing the right click was gonna make you parry, but if you hold the right click, it's gonna make you block. However, if you hold it for too long, it's gonna wait up and it's not gonna be as effective as it should be. Right. So now the assignment is to craft new boots, and that's perfect because we already picked up a lot of useful stuff. So stone here, you can tell I'm collecting a lot of fern. That's gonna be because we're gonna be doing a lot of building. Coastal dodo, another fine example of today's enemy. There we go. We're gonna quickly send it to meet its maker, pick up what we have. And that's gonna be helping us with the food stump. We're just collecting as we go. Wood is the most important resource, I would say, in the beginning, as well as the stones and everything else. Now, great. So, craft new boots. So, remember that we said that we're going to be building our base. Yes, it's a crafter. It's a survival crafter. Meaning, let's press B, right-click, and we have unlocked a lot of useful pieces. By the way, fast travel belt, it consumes a lot of wood, so we're gonna get to it, not right now. Now, let's go to floors and walls. My advice is go with the foundation sticks. It builds on fiber, which means it's gonna be allowing you to expand quickly, do a lot of useful stuff, and we're just gonna, you can either click it, which builds one, or you can click and drag, and that actually allows you to make a lot more. Look at that. I can actually easily make 3 by 3. There we go. I was just clicking and dragging. I'm gonna make it 4 by 3 to be perfectly honest with you, because I like it that way. And yeah, that's gonna give me some cool positions. Now, right click, and you can actually have pillars and beams. You can have pillars made from sticks, which I'm gonna do. We're gonna be 1, 2, 3 high. 1, 2, 3 high. 1, oops, 2, 3 high. And here 1, 2, 3 high. So building requires that you usually have some items under a roof. So we're going to be going with large roof at 45 degrees, and I think that should be plenty. So hold on, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold on, and then oops, can I have the smaller one? Yeah, I can. One, you can, or you can just click and drag it onwards. There we go. Look at that. Rotate. I mean, I really appreciate the building in this guy. Look at that. Isn't this beautiful? Now, speaking of that, you can go storage and beds. My advice, craft storage early. You're going to be assembling a lot of unnecessary stuff, and you want to be able to deposit it. Also, you want to be crafting a bed. I'm going to be placing it here. There is a real reason behind it, because comfort level. First, we're going to be set the revival point here. Yes, come on. So revival point is already set. And then we're going to be crafting what we were asked for. Armor and clothes. We need coarse fabric 10. Okay, coarse fabric is being produced here. So coarse fabric, we're gonna create 8. We need more coarse fabric. Imagine that. So that means we need to go and cut more shrubbery. Now the sun is already setting, and there's a real reason why I kind of urge you to go very early and collect stuff, because during the night there are undead things coming up, and usually they are quite well armored, meaning like you're gonna be dying a lot. So in my opinion, it's almost better that you sleep through the night and just get yourself positioned to, you know, sleep it over and couldn't care less. So, right, okay, let's just making sure that I have collected enough shrubbery. And let's see, can I collect a bit more wood? Wood might be actually pretty useful. So see, once I'm actually well rested, let's talk about a little bit rested mechanics. That small green guy at the bottom. The reason is, as long as that buff is active and you get it in your base by using the comfort level, so the bigger comfort level you have at your base, the higher the time you're gonna be buffed is. So right now I'm buffed for 5 minutes and 24 seconds, but if I raise the comfort level, I'm gonna be buffed for way longer. So you do want to raise your comfort level as soon as possible. Yeah, you know what they say, you gotta get out of your comfort zone. Right. Okay, I think I've collected enough stone and wood, and you do want to be crafting your crafting stuff early. So, oh, look at that beautiful sunset, isn't it glorious? Right, having said that, let's pick up a few more branches, and then we are off to making sure, look at that, that's a nice, snazzy, cozy thingy. Now, what we want to do is, we want to build. Oh yeah, we wanted to build this thingy. So, workbench, coarse fabric. Let's have a few more. Cool. Bandages and everything, nails. We want to be doing the stone pickaxe and stone axe. Those are the tools that we are going to need quite a lot too. Now let's build the armoring just to get that tutorial out of the way. There we go. So we want to be crafting the survivor's boots. We have one rough hide, or we need one more rough hide actually. That's kind of interesting. Fine, so that means I gotta find and kill another piglet. Alright, I get it. So that means I guess we have to move a little bit. Is there an point of interest where I could be going? This way, undiscovered place. Yeah, I just hope I won't be caught by the undead thingies that might be emerging from wherever. Azure dodo. I don't need dodos, I need something else. Boar. There we go. That's what I want to do. So let's talk about pistol. Actually, we don't need it. Boar. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. Well, that happens if you die. So what happens is you need to do a corpse run. So it's not that big of a deal. And that's why it's cool to always have some food with you. So now I'm a little bit more buffed, so I'm gonna still survive. But you want to do a corpse run. The corpse run isn't that bad. Once you get to the location where you're supposed to have your corpse, is you just pick up, you spam E and you immediately pick up all the necessary stuff that you have. For example, like boar. This time we're gonna weaken it a little bit by... Oh. Once again it comes. 1, 2, and then parry. 1, it actually sometimes... Oh, it sometimes gives you the 3 hit. I hate it when it happens. Yeah, now I have 2 tombstones to take care of. Isn't that marvelous? And I am not rested. That's a little bit of a downside. I should have picked up all of my shit when I had the chance. So, where's the piglet? Come on. Boar, talk to me. Yeah, there's the boar. Right. So, what we're gonna do... No bullets or gunpowder? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so... Sometimes you can stagger it. See, 2 hits. You have to be really careful. Okay, animal fat, meat, and it finally died. Beautiful. That means I can just pick up this stuff from the corpse run, and I can quickly pick up this stuff from the corpse run. Hopefully now I have everything that I need. And speaking of that, do I have something to combat my hunger? I do not think so yet. I have to make some stew or something. Right, okay. So yeah, I didn't intend to show you the dying mechanics. It just happened. Okay, that's ominous music. I'm guessing that soon enough undead things are gonna start spawning. They're not gonna be spawned in your base, but they can be spawned near your base. So speaking about that, let us just make sure to show you how to survive the night. Having said that, let me just see, can I craft this light? It only requires 2 wood, so there is no reason why not to do it. Look at that. Provides you with a cool lighting and you can enjoy cozily in your evening gown. Now, survivor boots, we have everything we need, so we're gonna be crafting those. We're gonna take them and then we're gonna be right-clicking to equip them. So ammo, we do have homemade gunpowder, but I don't think we do have the bullets yet. Oh, speaking of that, we do have a blundy. Oh, that's amazing. So we're gonna be putting that one here, and we might as well have pickaxe, this guy, and what else can we have? We can have bandages. Yes. And the rest of the stuff we're gonna be using just... So let me just quickly craft a bunch of stone bullets, because you do want to have some stone bullets. I don't think we have more gunpowder than this. You have to be really careful how you're spending your gunpowder as well. Okay, so now it's giving us a task to mine the copper ore in a nearby cave. Now, to be honest, I don't think it's a good idea right now, because it's night. We're gonna die a lot. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go skewered meat, we're gonna do dodo broth, we're gonna do some boiled crab. After all, you do want to have all the buffs that you can. Right now, hunger, it's not hurting us, so that's fine. Comfort is level 2. Let me talk to you a little bit about comfort. So if we can go with the decorations, each of these can give you an extra buff in terms of the comfort level. So if we put a small stool, for example, that's gonna give a comfort level 3. Now if we put even a small table, something like this, for example, that's gonna give us a comfort level 4. I know we don't want to be overcrowding everything, but for starters, I think it's actually quite nice. So when it comes to lighting, what we can do is we can have the light here, for example. That's also gonna raise the comfort level to 5. See how easy it is to upgrade, so you have essentially no reason why not to. While it's also night, let's talk about the inventory. We want to be stuffing the stuff that we don't need yet, so shrub pieces, let's go. We can press R and that's gonna deposit everything. Right now I think we should be putting up the lamp, stone, and wood. You also want to be depositing, and you want to be picking up with yourself like food and all that stuff that's gonna give you buffs. So yeah, the bell, we can keep it here. Skewered meat, that we're gonna take. So this makes us pretty well equipped. Now you might be wondering, okay Survival Joe, so how do the baddies look? And I'm hungry, so I'm gonna just take this buff, and I'm gonna take the second buff before I go into the combat. So if you go now along the coastline, you should be seeing the undead soon enough. There, if I don't see any at the moment, which I don't, I guess it's cool. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna be taking a pickaxe. You do want to disassemble the shipwrecks, and I'm gonna show you why. So once you're disassembling shipwrecks, not only that you're getting wood, there is this thorn fiddler, it's coming out. So you're getting also nails, and this is a handy way to get nails early on. So you do definitely want to be picking up because of the stone nails. There we go, some wood, and there is the thorn fiddler. Now there is a reason. If you look at the axe, it's 100 attack crude, while broken blade is less. So now let's go and show you. You have to be careful when shooting pistol. It's definitely not like every other game. It takes a long time until this thing gets any traction. So you see, they tried to attack. Oh, they stagger me, all right. So yeah, you want to be pressing 6, for example, what I have here. Oh, and it died. All right, yeah, very good guide, Survival Joe. You're just killing it, literally. Okay, now let's buff ourselves up. And actually, let's try out the Blondie. I haven't tried that one. Blondie? Nope. Hold to aim. I think I should be a little bit closer. Thorn Fiddler. There we go. Now let's cut it. There we go. So with the saber, it's not that difficult to kill, but you do get a lot of this undead essence, which I think is also important if you're starting out. So we're not going to be awake too long. You can actually skip the night, and in a very convenient way. And that was one of the reasons why I told you to early on start building the bed. Now, let me just show you what I mean. Once we go at the bed, we can sleep until the next morning, and that's a power move if you ask me early on. So let's press use, and you're gonna sleep it off until morning, where all of the baddies are no longer present. There we go. Easy does it, right? We are well rested, we are regenerated, and we can go off on our adventures. Speaking of that, we can just deposit this, and you can actually, here's a hint that I wish somebody told me. You see this land? You can actually use it when mining, and the thing is, it's being refilled by fat. So we're giving now a task: mine the copper ore in the nearest cave. That's another thing. Mine copper ore. That's this guy. So we're gonna go right there, and we're gonna be mining the copper ore. Remember the clay that I told you? So if you take a pickaxe, you're gonna be... Oh, that's stone axe. Hold on. Pickaxe. So if you're mining, you can actually get materials, of course. But if you press hard hitting, you should be getting more materials, but it's only applicable in the caves for the copper ore. Okay. Now, we have gotten enough clay. I mean, we can always mine it, and I think it respawns every 6 hours or something. Okay, so now we are better rested. Let's go onwards, and we're gonna be picking up the copper. Copper is really important because when it comes to copper, it becomes increasingly easy to build more advanced stuff. Oh, scattered log, you don't say. Asher Dodo. That's the one that attacked me. You know what? You are dinner. Thank you. Bush, ficus. I think we are getting closer to that cave that I was supposed to go. There we go. That's a big pile of rocks. Scattered logs. You do want to be pressing and, you know, spamming. Okay, that sounded like I alerted something. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just a parrot. Oh, and by the way, you can actually get these cayenne peppers. I have no idea what they're for. I'm guessing for cooking. But once you're here, usually the caves look like this, and there is always an entrance. Something that is gonna attack me. Okay, there's a piglet. Who's a good piglet? Okay. Okay, I think I've killed it. Anyway, what we want to be using the bandage, because if you can tell, I'm a little bit hurt. So bandaging myself all the way, it's kind of important. There we go. First aid, I think it's gonna last. Okay, I didn't need to use both. Right, so caves, yes. You go in, and it's basically you press E to enter. And now I'm gonna show you. So if you press now the lantern, you're gonna see the lantern. What you're looking for inside are the copper deposits. The copper deposits look like a wall. For example, see, waste rock, pour copper ore. Now you can either mine it using the small hits, or you can use the large hit. Come closer, and the medium hit. You actually mine multiple. See? That's very handy when you're mining. Look at that. That's called power mining. And it's a much faster way to harvest ore, by the way. I know, genius, right? You're welcome. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we are almost coming closer to my self-imposed 30-minute mark, and I wanted to show you just how far you can actually get. So we have actually gathered quite a large chunks of copper ore and everything else. See, there we go. And stone, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna go back. Oh, might as well pick this up. And oh, there is a bigger chunk here. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. It doesn't make sense that we let it go to waste. Right. So when you're going out, you always want to look for this side which has daylight. Then you go out, and we are gonna go straight back. Now, note, I have not yet crafted a fast travel point, otherwise I could have gone directly there. So we are just gonna go straight down and run all the way until we get to our desired. And look at that, there are multiple deposits. Oh, bush. Did I piss off something? I did. So, there we go. I did parry. That's nice. And it did die. Beautiful. Okay, so coming from the bush. Am I using the lamp? Oh, I should close the lamp. You do want to, another note, you do want to shut off the lamp when you're not using it. Right. So, as we draw closer, the couple more things just to quickly mention, and that is new notes in the Read Curious, new quests, new discoveries. Smelt copper ingots. We have here Dr. Galen, who has come, so...
I remain at your service.
How did you end up here, Doc? Make yourself comfortable. Yeah. How did you manage to escape? And then he gives me a story, where we are, and what you know about the strange markings, what happened to my ship, any ideas how to get out of here, and that's gonna give us another quest. I need a bigger boat. Yes, cool. Okay, so the doc is very helpful. Now, speaking of that, we have gotten to the build level 2. So crafting and utilities, look at that. We have the smelting furnace, and we have the refining, for which we need a little bit more clay for the charcoal kiln. Now, if you go and if you mine a little bit more clay, which is always present near your initial resources, you can actually go and craft the kiln and the clay pot and everything that's needed there. So yeah. Okay, let it recharge. Mining is a little bit... The game is not super grindy, and I actually really love it for it, because I don't like grindy games. Now, what you want to do, you want to be building the... Where you are, crafting and utilities, the charcoal kiln. We're gonna be placing you somewhere here, and then we're gonna be crafting this bad boy as well. These are gonna do a couple of things for you. For example, smelting furnace is, you need the charcoal first. Charcoal kiln is gonna produce that charcoal from the wood components, so we can actually queue up 10 of them. And that charcoal is gonna be fueling the kiln, and that one is gonna be smelting the ore. So now it tells us we can call our boat to sail to another island, pressing K. Our boat is here. The ship is ready, Captain. And the moment that this smelts, we can actually start and smelting the copper ingots. One final note is that this lantern that you have can be easily refilled under the refill repair if you have enough animal fat, which you get by killing boars and all that stuff. So now it's refilled and we are ready for another night if need be. So this is the first 30 minutes roughly, give or take, which put us in a fantastic position. We already have our mini base set up, we have our ship, we have the doctor here, we can sleep through the night. We do have basic armors, and we do have the way to produce buffs. All in all, I think that's a great start. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know if you would like me to continue this Let's Play. I think it's fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. That's Survival Joe, signing off.